can get a bit more on the story and speak to Jai, who was asked to pay tens of thousands of pounds by HMRC. Thanks so much for being on the programme. It's really an astonishing story. Now, this all started when you were working, I think, as a freelance IT contractor, is that right?
Right, yes. Thank you for having me come on your show today. Yes, I was part of this, well, an umbrella company, we used to call it, in my early days. So I was pretty young, enthusiastic. I just wanted to get on with work and build my career. And one of the options was, well, the only options were when you're a freelancer is you either operate for an umbrella company or you work through a limited company. So for me, being a young guy, I don't know how to run a company. I don't know the ins and outs, I just want to get on with work. I've got bills to pay like everybody else. So you take the easy option, and that is working via an umbrella company.
Yeah, makes sense. You think it's all been sorted, you can just focus on what you do, your day job, right? I get that. What then happened?
So in 2017, I'd say, at least 2016, 2017, all of a sudden I get a letter saying you've been part of a tax avoidance scheme from the years of 2007 to 2010, which we are now investigating. So the first thing that comes to me is panic, to think, what, this doesn't sound right. I've paid all my taxes. I've always paid it on time. I've never been late. And I've made sure that everything I do is correct. Well, that's what I'm paying the umbrella company for. And it was just absolute panic, really, from that point onwards. And I'd be getting multiple letters from HMRC saying, you've been part of it, do you want to settle? Common sense is yes, so yes, I do want to settle. Please tell me how much I owe.
And how much did you owe?
So at the time it was 26,000. So yeah.
How much money were you earning at that time as well?
I was on the bottom end of my career ladder, so I was in the region of about 25,000, I suppose, before tax.
So they're basically asking you, they're saying that you need to pay your whole annual salary to them. I mean, that's scary.
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what it amounts to. Plus, you've got to remember, they do add on interest as well, and they add on penalties, for paying late. So it does mount up. Yeah, I mean, you've mentioned quite a few things on your report there about the breakup of marriage. I mean, I'm glad, I haven't gotten that path, but in terms of obviously mental health, stress on the family, my health, obviously the anxiety that builds up, not just for me, but obviously for all the other consultants and contractors around the country that have also been hit, that also has impacted, and it still does, because I'm still in a limbo. I'm trying to settle, and I'm just going constantly in circles at the moment, trying to resolve it. I'm using accountants, which is obviously an extra cost to me. I'm using tax consultants, to advise me, and it's it's still ongoing. It's still frustrating because they won't speak to anybody that in terms of specialists that I'm trying to get them to speak to and agree a plan and try and close it. It's like, no, we only want to speak to Jay, but then they don't speak to me. So very frustrating and stressful times ahead still.
Sounds really stressful. As you say, unresolved. What's your message to any politicians tonight?
I think my message is, we all understand tax and we all want to pay our tax. We're all professionals are law-abiding citizens as well as non-professionals. I think because this is historical, I think there just needs to be some common sense and some fairness and some compassion as well. We've had 10 suicides. That's not going to end. I'm sure that number will go up, and it's going to keep on going up, and lives will be tarnished unless some common sense and compassion is used to say, okay, fine, you've got this tax to owe. Let's come to an agreement and let's just get on with it and just close the cases for everybody, not just for me.
I'm really sorry this has happened to you. It sounds unbelievably stressful, and my very best wishes to you in trying to get it all sorted out. Thanks for talking to us this evening.
No, thank you. Thank you for calling me in.